getting let's getting ready for about a 3 week tour where we're going around the U.S. Doing events. Myself, Chairman Hunter, John Guaman, Brandon Boyd's on the tour, and I think there's never been a more of a crucial time to really learn this information. I won't share too much of my story, but I have been in this industry now almost 9 years. I've been in trading and in crypto since mid 2017. Right, I got involved in this company August 1st, 2017, where I decided to start building a business. And we can give it up for Mr. Andre Gordon, right? A chairman 10. That is a big deal. Let's drop some ones for your leader for even setting up this entire week. He texted me like an hour ago and sent me a message saying all the people you guys have heard from this week, right? All the value. And one thing about this platform is that I Am Academy continues to do what they say they were going to do. And that's why I love this company, and it's the best company in the world and the best platform. Now, tonight we'll talk about DeFi. Now, crypto is what changed my life. I've traded Forex for the past 4 years. I've traded HFX. I love both of them 100%. You should be on an elite package, by the way. But what changed my life was crypto. My first ever purchase on Coinbase was a coin, not even really talked about too much, called Litecoin. Anybody have any Litecoin? I'm not talking about Litecoin here tonight. It is not DeFi. I don't even really know what it is, but it's fast, okay? And then I got some Ripple. How many of you guys have some Ripple, right? XRP is the complete opposite of DeFi. And last year, and then we'll get into this, last year we saw an opportunity. See, I believe when preparation meets opportunity, that's when the transfer of wealth kicks in, like it is right now. And last year, almost a year ago, it's interesting because the 1 year anniversary, we're going to see some news with this. I sent this out. I wasn't an educator back then. I'm pretty sure I posted this on my social media too. We saw XRP lawsuit hits. XRP comes with this purple box, 16, 17, 18 cents. Massive fear. What do? Well, I didn't go all in, but I got very aggressive. And because I was smart with my money at Chairman 10, and I wasn't a Chairman 25 until May of 20, or I was a Chairman 25 here. But I was saving money. I wasn't living above my means. I was being smart. And when Ripple hit that level, let's just say we put some Chairman 100 money in there. Now, tonight, before we talk about crypto and DeFis, you got to understand this. You probably might have even seen this week. Okay. You want to be looking for projects where there's panic, where there's anger, where there's depression. See, I believe, me and Andre trade very similar smart money strategies. We want to get into good projects, not meme coins. I'm not talking about Doge. I'm not talking about Shiba here. I'm talking about if it's not going to be here in 5 years, I don't even put $1 in. Because if I'm willing, if a market drops, I must be willing to hold it. Okay. What happens is people buy up here and throw euphoria, and then they sell in anger and depression when it should be the complete other way around. Okay. So let's get into this. But I just wanted to make some of these quick points as we're looking at these markets. Now, right now, crypto is at 2.3 trillion. Okay. And we're on the road. $3 trillion market cap, in my opinion, this year. No doubt about it. Okay. Now, what I focus on is DeFi. Okay. Now, drop a number 1 in the chat if you've attended some of my sessions already, so I can kind of get a feel for this. Drop a number 2 if you have no idea what DeFi is, you have no idea who I am, you have no idea what you're even doing on this call, right? Just kidding. Drop some 2s if you don't know what DeFi is, so I kind of know the temperature of this call. Got some 1s. Appreciate y'all. We got some 2s. Appreciate you being here because you want to learn. You want to grow. Great. So what DeFi stands for, okay, DEFI, okay, it's short for decentralized finance. Now, Mike, if something is not decentralized, it's centralized, right? So the Bank of Canada, right, or Toronto Bank, or Wells Fargo, or Chase Bank, these are all centralized places that can let you in and kick you out, okay? If you have to submit your passport like you do on Forex brokers, if you have to give your social security number or your Canadian ID, those are all places and institutions that can let you in and kick you out whenever. Now, in decentralized finance, nobody knows who you are. Now, that sounds a little sketchy, right? Sounds a little crazy, okay? And to get into DeFi, the only thing you're going to need is an Ethereum address. Now, I'm not affiliated with MetaMask at all. This is the one that I use. You can download this to your Google Chrome extension, okay? And you have access to uh, anything that's built on the Ethereum network and other projects. Now, here's what's important to understand is when you create your wallet, okay, it's going to look like this. And this is just a test account so I can show this to you. And you're going to have an address here. Now, this address allows you to send Ethereum, okay, to send Ethereum here. So if you're using a Binance or a Coinbase or whatever exchange you're using, you can send Ethereum here. And now you have the ability to convert that Ethereum. So let's say I want to convert Ethereum into, maybe you guys have been paying attention. Me and Nick Gomez called this out at a couple dollars. Superbid, for example. I can convert my Ethereum into another token. Okay. And it'll take my Ethereum and move it to, let's say, Superbid as an example. Okay. Now let's go back to this. I just want to kind of get you guys thinking here. DeFi, the entire market cap, okay, of DeFi is about $135 billion. Okay. Now, inside of DeFi, people are incentivized. Write down these 4 words. Write down these words. People are incentivized not to sell their crypto because of staking. You probably have heard about it this week. Yield farming or yield mining. Okay. Also from providing liquidity. And you could say, we can stick with those 3 for right now. Okay. So in DeFi, this word I want you to write down is TVL, total value lock, because this is about 150 on DeFi Llama. It's showing us about $170 billion that's locked up, that's earning interest or earning yield. Okay. This is money that's already in the market. Now, when people ask about, let's move this real quick. When people ask about, well, how big can crypto get, right? The gold market cap is like 10 or 11 trillion dollars, about 11 trillion. The entire crypto market cap is at 2.3. That's why when crypto gets to where gold is at, we're talking $500,000 Bitcoin. We're talking $10, $15, $20,000 Ethereum. Now in DeFi, okay, DeFi started and it was only really even allowed because of a project called Ethereum. Now, you guys have already probably heard this week, Bitcoin is limited. There's a max supply. Now, in Ethereum, there's not a max supply, but Ethereum allows people to build projects on the Ethereum network and to scale them. So think of it like this. Think of Bitcoin like gold, write this down, but think of Ethereum like oil. In your everyday life, unless you have a Tesla, I'm a little jealous, I'm waiting for my lease to end in February, but unless you have a Tesla, what do you use more of every day? Gold? Like, are you walking around with physical gold bars or oil in your car, gasoline? What are you using more of? In the chat box, feel free to tell me. So Ethereum has more of a use case. Ethereum 1 year ago was less than $400. How many of y'all were buying? I remember Ethereum at $17. I bought like 5 or 6. I did sell those at a couple $100, but then I got some positions at 200, 300, 400, and we're very blessed at this moment. Now, Ethereum started DeFi. Now, DeFi has grown where there's all of these other networks where you have things like Ethereum. You have things like Solana. I'm going to be doing a class on Solana next week, right? You have Polygon, a layer 2 solution, right? So you have all of these networks. Now, Ethereum was first. Ethereum, in my opinion, will be 100K. Ethereum has more of a use case than Bitcoin. You can't, Bitcoin's fees, it's slow. It was first. It was limited. But when you look at a chart, we can just look at Ethereum dominance. I think it's ETH point D. I'm on my laptop. Let's see. We can look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And you can look at this chart, and we're actually breaking out right now. This chart shows me Ethereum versus Bitcoin's dominant. So if Ethereum is going up on this chart, you're going to see that it's becoming more dominant in crypto than Bitcoin. And we've been watching this for quite some time now. And the breakout that I've been expecting is happening. And when we get up here, we're going to see a 4,500, maybe a 5K Ethereum. Mike, why is this important? Because DeFi in the future will not need Bitcoin to continue to go higher, if that makes sense. Bitcoin can consolidate and DeFi will thrive due to this ecosystem. So let's bring this thing full circle here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now it updated. So in DeFi right now, there's about $130 billion that's locked up. Okay. And you can see, like, even a year ago, February of 2020, a little bit over a year and a half ago, the entire DeFi market was under $1 billion. Guys, $1 billion in crypto is baby money. It is nothing in crypto, okay? Our company's on a $1 billion run, which is a big, big deal. In crypto, it's nothing. Now, on the Ethereum network, I'm gonna talk about a few projects because I want you guys to get educated, and I'll show you guys, okay? Now, on the Ethereum network, there's certain things that you can do in DeFi, okay? Now, write this down. This was really that fourth word: staking, yield farming, providing liquidity, and then lending and borrowing. Okay, and there's two projects that you're going to want to keep your eye out on. Okay, one of them is called Aave, and the other one is called Compound. I call them their brothers and sisters because they're both, think of them as mom and dad, right? It takes a mom, takes a dad, right, to have a baby, right? So Compound and Aave were really first. They were the pioneers. They have the most money flowing through their protocols, where people can deposit, where people can borrow, right? Where people can take out loans through their crypto. And as long as I have a MetaMask account, you guys see this? This doesn't say my name. This doesn't say my social. All I can do is I can go in here in the top right, or when I click enter app, in the top right-hand corner, I can enter any DeFi market with the proper wallet. So let's let this thing load. It's Wi-Fi's low, slow. Top right-hand corner, let me disconnect this. I click connect. I can connect my ledger. I believe you guys have probably already spoken about a ledger. Very important for security. But I'm going to use my MetaMask, okay? MetaMask connects, boom. I have the ability to get into DeFi. That's it, one button. And here I have the ability to lend, to borrow. These are all what we call stable coins. And in my course, I'm going to be talking about stable coins. The course is launching for all Go Live students. I'll talk about it at the end this Sunday. Okay. Now, Compound's a very similar protocol. You click app in the top right. And when you're providing liquidity, okay, this is important. When you are letting them borrow your crypto, you're earning something in return, right? And what that's called, and write this word down, it's called a governance token, Govrenance. That was fast. Governance token. Can't believe I spelled that right. All right? Governance token. And the governance token that pays out in Compound is Compound. The governance token that pays out in Aave is Aave. Now, here is what's important, please. I'm going to talk about those four things. We're starting with lending and borrowing. Lending and borrowing is important because what if you had 100K and you're about to buy a house, but let's say the property, let's just say a property, not a house, not with this inflation, but let's say you had 100K in crypto and the property was 160K. You could take out a loan against your crypto and get that property. The purpose of a bank in the next couple of years, banks are already adopting this. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Even on 3% APY, what is your bank giving? I'm talking 3%. USD coin is paying out 7%. What has your bank paid you in the past 5 years? Now, here is why I'm very bullish on Compound and Aave as well. Okay, I hope you guys are writing this down because I'm literally giving you like market ideas subconsciously while I'm speaking. In crypto, and whether somebody earlier this week has talked about it or not, I'm gonna talk about it real quick. There's three things you got to look at in DeFi. Number one, market cap. There's $5 billion in Aave. And in reality, it's still not a lot of money, but it's one of the leading ones. Number two is total value lock. That's what I care about because that's showing me that people are using this protocol. People are plugged in. People are lending and borrowing in Aave. And then the third thing, please write this down, is the max supply. You know why meme coins won't be here? Because there's trillions. There's infinite supply. Now, Ethereum is different. Ethereum does have a max supply, an unlimited supply, but they have a deflationary mechanism where every time Ethereum is sent, Ethereum gets burned. And over the past 30 days, almost $1 billion of Ethereum has been burned. That is why I believe Ethereum can be 100K one day. It will be 100K one day. And it won't rely on Bitcoin. Well, if Bitcoin drops now, yes, we see the market retrace. That's okay. But because of this fork and because of what happened, we're going to be in a good place in the next 3 to 5 years. Okay. So number one, we talked about lending and borrowing. Aave Compound, pay close attention. Now, another thing that you can do inside of crypto is called staking. Now, I'm not going to talk about any of these projects. And guys, remember, everything I say is not financial advice. You do not have to invest in any of this stuff. Everything is for educational purposes. Please understand that. Okay. Now, in my course this upcoming week, it's Sunday. I'll show you guys the flyer after. It's Sunday, Wednesday, and Sunday, starting this Sunday. 3 days, boot camp. It's going to be a boot camp. And on day 3, I'm going to give you guys a list, a mid cap, a low cap, and a top staking list. I gave out a list June 21st on the Future is DeFi course. Come to DCX. You go into my channel. We actually got Curtis Cobain live right now. I'm going to watch the replay after this. And if you go into my channel, okay, I teach Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays at 7, Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 6 Eastern. And you click favorite sessions, there's an 8-day basics. Where do I start in DeFi? Right here. What is liquidity? Right here. And on day 3, June 12th, I gave out about 15 projects. You know what's crazy? Solana was on that list at $28, $30 at the time. I mean, 13 out of like 15 of the tokens have either doubled or tripled in value. And we're talking June. Day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8. Now, this Sunday is day 1 of the Future is Defined. So this was the Future is DeFi. It was a basic starting point, how to download everything, understanding. The bootcamp will be in depth. The bootcamp will be in depth. All right. So let's talk about staking. So I'm talking about 4 things on tonight's call. Number 1 is Number 1 is lending and borrowing. And there's other platforms. I'm just showing you 2 of my favorite. Number 2 is staking, where you can lock up a crypto, right? So just a simple example, Superbid is a NFT auction place that is launching in 4 days. Okay, now my Superbid is not attached to this wallet. It's on my desktop at home, so I can show this to you. Guys, I've earned over 7,000 free Superbid tokens from staking. Right now, the current staking is about 20% APY. That is subject to change, and that does change, okay? Things like Aave, you can stake your Aave and earn Aave token, right? You can stake Superbid and earn Superbid. See, you're already holding these projects, but I can't put Bitcoin somewhere and make money on it. I can't put Dash somewhere and make money on it. That's why DeFi is so powerful and so valuable, because now your crypto is starting to work. Now you're creating all of these streams of income, and in a bearish market, because we will not always be in a bull run, I hope everybody knows that, you now can either cancel out or actually still be in profit in a bearish market. Me and Kurt are working on some courses and some classes together, because I'm going to set you guys up. I'm going to give you the information to set you up, whether we're in a good market or bad market. The bear market this upcoming time, and we're maybe 6 months, a year and a half away from that, when we see some retracements, it's going to be different because of DeFi. Especially if this number right here, this DeFi dominance level, can get to about 8 to 10%. Man, we get about 8 to 10%. Bitcoin could drop $10,000. Ethereum may not even move too much. Some of these other projects may actually go up in value because people move their Bitcoin into altcoins. And that's the season we're about to go into. Wait until you guys see the class I'm going to do on Solana. Some of the projects that are launching. There's Solana NFT marketplaces that I'm going to be showing you guys. You guys maybe heard of like Decentraland or Sandbox, right? I know Zach and Jordan talk about it. There's a similar project, like a Sandbox, that's launching on Solana. I've been researching it. I've been being very patient. Man, just make sure you guys are plugged in to go live. Okay. So staking is the second thing, where you can put your tokens into a protocol. You get rewarded, okay, for holding that token. Now, because Andre is my boy, I'm gonna show you this, okay? Because I don't know who's active on this call. I'm assuming everybody's on this call has an active package, but I called out, for the time being, all of my trade ideas are going through Pip Talk. Now, that's about to change, and I can't say anything else on that yet until it's official. But very soon, my trades will not be going through Pip Talk anymore. They'll be going through another application. So let's look real quick so you guys can kind of see in Pip Talk. I'll give you guys the link at the end. You will see a market idea. So it'll say market idea. It's optional, like sushi between 10 to 12. Sushi hit 12. Right now it's at 13. I mean, really everything I've called out is doing pretty decent. So 1 week ago, okay, I gave you guys a new portfolio idea, idle finance. And I'm talking about this because you can lend, you can borrow, and you can stake with idle, and it's a low cap coin. And I send out the trade. This is on Dex Tool, so it's going to look a little bit weird. The price was at $7. Okay, so this was the before. Okay, we go to Dex Tools. If there's ever something that you can't find on TradingView, go to dextools.io. Okay, and literally the next day, okay, I mean, Chairman 250 Juan Diego, he took this trade. Chairman 25 Jason Stone, Jason Brown, right? All of my very good friends. I said, hey guys, take a look at this. I just sent this out in Pip Talk, and they all owe me dinner. We can just say that. Okay, so 7 days ago, it was August 26th. Market was about right here on the, what time frame did I send this out on? On the 1 day. So huge wick, green candle. Huge wick, it was this candle. Okay. Market drops between $6 to $4. Let's say you got an average. Let's say you even took the entry at 6. I don't like hype. I don't like, well, it did all these pips, but then no. Let's just say you took the entry at 6. At current price in 6 days, you can see the percentage. This actually went and actually doubled in price right after we called out the trade. Let's say you took the $6 entry. Why is that getting in the way? Price actually right here, you can see, went from about 6. Most of our students got in earlier than that, but let's say hit almost 12. Now, remember what I said. What are we looking for? We're looking for max supply. Well, idle has a max supply of only 13 million. It has a market cap of only 17 million. It's a low cap coin. If this goes to 100 million, guys, 100 million is nothing in DeFi. Just making that very clear in crypto. 100 million, we're talking about a 5x from current price, meaning a 10x from the time that I called it out. Y'all with me here? Chat box a little quiet. And it only has 200 million locked up. Now, here's the crazy part, is when you're staking idle, Well, there's two things. You can stake it for 1 year, 2 year, or 4 year. See, their staking program is powerful because number one is they have a long-term vision. You could actually put your idol in this protocol for 4 years, and the rewards are crazy in 4 years, obviously. So that's amazing. But the second thing is idle is going to be used, especially in a bearish market where we can make money on our stable coin. So let's say I make $1,000, hypothetically example, but I don't want to leave that $1,000 in Bitcoin or Ethereum. I want to move it to something that's stable. We can put it into DAI, D-A-I. I'm going to be explaining this in the course. I don't like USD Tether. It's a scam. USD coin is all right, but DAI, D-A-I, is really the only fully decentralized stable coin. Okay. And what this protocol does is it pays you interest on your stable coin. The interest is paid in the token IDLE, I-D-L-E. Now, let me ask you guys a question. There's 1.7 million in circulation. There will only ever be 13 million. Doesn't these tokenomics look very similar to Aave and the Compound? And Aave has 5 billion in it. If this gets to a billion, oh my, we're talking about a 5x and then 10. We're talking about a 50x from current price. 50 times 10 would be $500. $500 in idle. Not saying that's going to happen, but I'm just saying it's already happened before. And it doesn't mean it's going to happen with idle. Absolutely not. Okay? Just trying to get you to think and to be able to look. Everything I say, remember, do your own research. I could be completely wrong, and this could go to zero tomorrow. Okay? I can't legally tell you where to go get it, but go to CoinGecko, click on markets, and you can see where you can get it. You can swap for it on MetaMask, on any of these exchanges. So yeah, you gotta look at that. So we talked about lending and borrowing. Andre, I'm giving them all the sauce here tonight. We talked about staking, right? Things like idle, you can stake. You can stake on Superbid. The other top staking ones, you're gonna have to get on the course on Sunday, Wednesday, and Sunday, and all my sessions where I give out. Guys, I've given out probably 40 trade ideas. Picasso messaged me today like, yo, I've been following your Pip Talk. I went through everything. Yeah, you're crushing it. Okay. Just, and all of these projects, guys, I'm giving you, you can stake, you can lend, you can borrow. And then number 3, write this down. You can, let's go with, you can provide liquidity. Number 3 is you can provide liquidity. Now, this is what really got me so excited in crypto. Okay. Now, so I'm using DeFi Llama. These are all some of the top DEXs, decentralized exchanges. Coinbase is an exchange, but it's controlled, right? There's people that control it, right? Binance is controlled, right? Binance can do what Binance wants to do. And guess what they're going to do? What's best for Binance. These are all exchanges. And without making this sound crazy and complicated, because when I first started going down this rabbit hole, I mean, you're like, it's a conspiracy theory, right? You're like, this is kind of crazy. In decentralized exchanges, there's not one owner. The more money that you have in the exchange, in the pools, they have something called voting. So when a proposal gets announced on the platform, people, the community, not the government that's controlling everything, sound familiar? The people can vote for that proposal to happen or not. Are y'all with me here? Drop a 7 if that makes sense. So it's not one governor or one president or one prime minister saying, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that, mandate this, mandate that. No, it's the community of doing what's best. Okay. Hopefully you guys you're with me here tonight. Okay. So step number 3 is I can go into, let's just say, Uniswap. Let's use Uniswap as an example. I do not provide liquidity. I'm going to be showing you guys in the course this Sunday exactly what farms I'm in, how I'm providing liquidity. I'm going to put you guys on and give you the education. You're going to make the decision. So Uniswap, let's come in here. And these are decentralized exchanges. Okay, I'm going to give you 2, only because Andre's my friend. Uniswap is built on the Ethereum network. Now, if you pay attention to what I'm about to tell you, I don't provide liquidity on Uniswap. I provide liquidity or I write this down. So 3 and 4. So I talked about lending and borrowing. I talked about staking. Number 3 and 4, I'm going to talk about at the same time due to time. Yield farming or providing liquidity. I'm going to use both of those words, and I'm going to show you both. Okay, so that's number 3 and number 4 as we wrap this up. So Uniswap is built directly on the Ethereum blockchain. QuickSwap is built on Ethereum, but it has a layer 2 solution on top of the Ethereum network. Yep. Uniswap, Mike, what does it allow me to do? Number 1 is all I need to do. All I need to do is I need to just connect my wallet. You guys see this? I can connect my wallet and boom, I'm into DeFi. And then whatever I have in my wallet, let's say I have Ethereum and I want to convert my Ethereum into Aave. I can swap my Ethereum into Aave, boom, right there. Now, here's what I want you to look. So when you're providing liquidity, okay, watch this. When you're providing liquidity, let's do this on V2. Liquidity providers earn 0.3% fee on all trades proportional to their share of the pool. Imagine you had Chase, and every time somebody used their Chase card or they put money in their Chase bank and take it out, you got paid a little bit. What happens to that little bit? It turns into a lot. Something crazy? Let me show you the fees. This is the amount of money that's moving through these protocols. Guys, Ethereum, and we're not even going to use Ethereum because all that money is going to miners. Let's just look at Uniswap. Uniswap, about $2.8 million a day. A day. The average week, $3.5 million a week are being paid out and rolling through the network and being paid out in fees. What if you could just get a little bit of that? Set you up. Anybody having some breakthroughs here tonight? Andre told me to talk about DeFi, and I get way too excited when I talk about this stuff. Okay. So Uniswap, I can say, okay, Mike, what does providing liquidity mean? I can click import, and I can, let's say, put an equivalent amount of Ethereum and let's say 1-inch token. And I can put, let's say, $1,000 of Ethereum, $1,000 of 1-inch. Let me see real quick. Add V2 liquidity. Let's put 1 Ethereum. Let's put 1-inch. So if I went into this pool right now and I put 1 Ethereum, which would be equivalent in price to about 1,100 1-inch, I would own 0.3% of this entire pool. Every time there's a Ethereum to 1-inch, 1-inch to Ethereum, I'm gonna get paid some Uniswap token. So on my payout is in Uniswap. Now I would click claim Uni, and I can earn that Uni right here and get it out. Now, how many of you guys are using Swipecoin? And you might see your boy on there here soon. No comment. I can't answer any questions on that. When Kurt called out, shout out to Kurt, Nick, Picasso, the entire team. Kurt called out a buy on Uniswap at $2. I took it. It hit $55. And if you're like a guest on this call, documentation right above everything. Which page was it on? What is he called it out twice. There's one right here that's at $4. So $4. Oh, here it is. Uni right here, November 8th, $2. The all-time high on Uni is $56 or $54. Crazy. Why? Money's flowing through it. Call 911. That's funny. I never heard that one before. So when you're providing liquidity, that's one thing you can do. Number 2, I might need to get my charger here in a second. Number 2, so Uniswap's built on what? Ethereum. QuickSwap is built on Polygon. Now, the same thing I can do on Uniswap, I can do it here. I can add liquidity. Now, that fourth thing that I want to talk about is farming. And if you're new, you're like, Mike, I live in Brooklyn. I live in Toronto. I've never even seen a farm. Trust me. I live in Miami. Farms aren't really a thing in Miami, right? But there are farms, right? If you drive north or east or west, You'll find a couple farms. Now in trading, you can farm from your computer. So let me show you. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly which ones. We're going to save that for the course. But just like liquidity mining, I can put, let's say, Ethereum and USD coin into an oven. And when I open up the oven, I'm going to get paid out in a token called Quick. Now, I'm not going to ruin it. You got to get on the course. But here's why you want to be involved. And I'm going to show you where inside of the bootcamp. Look at the max supply. I'm going to get my charger real quick. Look at the max supply of QuickSwap. How many is it? How many tokens does QuickSwap have? So you want to strategically be farming in the right places. There's only 1 million. Oh man, I've been farming this for months. I'm gonna show you which ones I'm farming in, but you can see here for yourself, the APYs change every day. So you can see them here. This one's that, this one's that, this one's that. And I'm gonna show you some strategies on how you can farm. You can take the money you make from one farm, and this sounds psychotic, and you can move the farm money, or you can move the governance token. Okay, what's the governance token that we're earning here? It's Quick. And you can move it into another farm, and you can get paid kind of double, but with free money in the beginning. And I'm gonna show you guys the strategies in the course. Man, crazy. So when I say this, I'm saying this from a place of 4 years ago. I had $10,000 in debt on my Discover card. I had made 6 figures in this industry, spent $250,000, right? By 22, I was not doing too well. And Jason and Chris Terry and Alex and Matt, they believed in me when I was down and out. And whoever you're working with, if they ever push you, it's because they see potential in you. Just really remember that. Because if Jason and Matt didn't really, and Alex didn't be like, yo, Mike, you've done this before, you can do it again, and really try to help me, guys, I would have been not DeFi Mike, I would have been homeless Mike, right? It would not have been a good situation. So understand the information you have, it's at your fingertips, okay? Now, the last thing I'll share as we wrap this up for the next couple minutes, and here's that voting thing I was talking about. See, when there's proposals, see, there's no government saying, hey, this is what's exactly going to happen, right? If I don't farm in this place in Uniswap or provide liquidity, but if I had these votes, I could actually, you see how it's defeated, executed, these actually happened because the community wanted it to happen. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that amazing? Doesn't that sound like, somebody said democracy in the chat? Facts. So Uniswap and QuickSwap, you can provide liquidity, you can farm. And yeah, guys, those 4 things will really be the basis. Now, if you are brand new to DeFi, before I pass this back to Andre, it's important that you start here. People binge watch Netflix. Go binge watch. People message me every day on Instagram. They're so funny. They're like, I'm binge watching your course. I'm like, great. Okay. Watch these 8 days if you can before Sunday. Because on Sunday, how many of y'all are going to show up? Let's see some 7s in the chat box if you really going to show up on Sunday, because you need to have the basics of DeFi, because I don't have time to go through that, but it's going to be powerful. Okay. And I'm going to be on day 3. I'm going to be giving you guys a brand new updated list for mid cap, for low cap, and then top staking and farming, exactly what I'm farming, exactly what I'm staking. I'll send the flyer to Andre. Feel free to promote this. Definitely appreciate it. And the number one goal is to teach you how to fish. You should question everything I've said. You should do your research on everything that I've said. But man, if you're not involved in crypto or paying attention to it, you're going to pay one way or another. You're either going to get paid or you're going to pay attention. So I'll answer a few questions real quick in the chat box. Andre, I appreciate the invitation to this call. How do you feel about Meld? I don't really like Cardano. It's just my opinion. I'll answer 2 questions in the chat box if you guys want to ask me. And we'll kind of go from there. I'll see you guys on Sunday, but any questions? My thoughts on mining. Mining's cool. Depends what you're mining. I know a lot of people are mining helium right now. I think you can make more money doing other things, but it's a passive income. So like, why not? Where are you going to be on Sunday? I'm gonna be in Miami, but we're gonna be on Go Live, 7 p.m. Eastern. I teach 7 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, 6 p.m. on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we will be out there. Is DCX live free? You need an elite package or DCX? Can you borrow without spending any money? No, you can't, because you need to have collateral, right? You need to have some sort of crypto in your wallet to borrow against. Now, staking, you can buy some and stake it. And the last question I'll answer is Zach's. It's a good question. So Tether is being audited by 22, I think 22 different countries or governments or something, because they say, and they actually got caught. So dumb. They got caught using basically like the money in their market cap to buy real estate. So this money they actually don't have. So you see how the market cap 66 billion? It's a stable coin. So like on paper, they should have 66 billion somewhere. They don't. They had like 45 billion or 50 billion. Like, yo, where's all this money? So I don't trust Tether. I don't even really trust USD coin. The only decentralized stable coin is DAI, DAI, because it's built by a company called MakerDAO. Do your research on that. Definitely do your research on that. Okay. So guys, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see you guys on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Andre, back to you, bro.
Wow. Wow. Guys, drop a wow or drop a 7 in the chat if you just got a tremendous amount of value. Some of you are saying wow, same how I said wow. Yeah, I gotta stop recording this. That was